To me, climate resilience means that we will have both natural and cultural resources, 10 years from now, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, and we will adapt and assist the natural world of adapting to, the changing climate as things get maybe warmer, drier, some places wetter, colder, whatever happens, that we will still fight to make sure that there's still a natural planet, a natural resource to have and a cultural resource to have.
I'm a landscape ecologist and conservation biologist, and for me, climate resilience means two things: the internal as well as the external mechanisms to plan for and anticipate change. For example, an internal mechanism would be creating resilience and adaptation within our ecosystems. The external mechanisms are ecological planning to mitigate the effects of climate change on our communities.
But I also think of resilience as actually an opportunity, that the flip side of resilience is disruption or revolution, and that there are opportunities for us to think more holistically about how we manage our natural world and we move through it, and as humans and a human community, and to think about how we want to better manage our activities so that they're in line with nature and overall human well-being.
The great thing about the Connecting Wildlands and Communities project is that it's including tribal lands. And that's something that we've had a lot of problems with over the past, is that these projects don't necessarily consider tribal territories, reservation lands, or even tribal traditional lands. So this is really helping to inform our planning, because it's giving us insight into what's going on in the areas around the reservation, but it's also including the reservation. So we're connecting our communities with the data that this project is developing, and it's allowing us to make plans with some of our other local jurisdictions so that we're not duplicating each other's work, and we're able to cooperate and collaborate on the best management strategies for all of us.
This gives us the brain power to not only develop planning tools, but also to inform policy. And we do this comprehensively. And I think it's important to stress that we do this comprehensively, because we cannot address climate change in a vacuum.
The CWC project has made stakeholder objectives a priority. I'm proud to be part of a team that works with stakeholders from different backgrounds who have different ideas, and who we're working with to create products and tools that will benefit everyone.
The things I'm most excited about in the Connecting Wildlands and Communities project is the GIS layers and these different databases that we can visit to look at the data, figure out what relates to the management decisions and practices that we're undertaking. And it's just been such a wonderful experience to work with the CWC team so that they can include those resources, plants, animals, water, climate data, all of those things that are really important for us as we make management decisions.
Connectivity is important for climate adaptation and conservation of wildlife and ecosystems. Having the linkage maps SDSU developed in partnership with the California Department of Fish and Wildlife has supported CDFW's acquisition planning for climate-wise connectivity, especially when these linkage maps are accompanied by CDFW's ACE mapping effort. It is critical that acquisitions be strategic due to limited funding, that they support connectivity and adapt to climate change, and prevent or restore habitat fragmentation.
I'm excited to see not only how this project will impact planning across local, state, and tribal land in Southern California, but maybe more importantly, from a state perspective, what lessons learned and best practices can we uplift from our agency into other work, whether that's engagement best practices, making planning decisions with tribal lands and other stakeholders, as well as the technical work. How can we learn from this? And I'm just so excited to see the final results and learn from all of you and figure out how to uplift this work together.